In this video, I'll show you the best ways to look for new business ideas. I'll provide you with the websites to use, but also I will break them down to make sure you understand how to utilize them efficiently. If you ever thought of building your own business, but you just don't know where to start or which problem to solve, you shouldn't just wait until it occurs to you. It is already the first step of building a company to spend countless hours searching for ideas and analyzing them. I recently read this great book, From Zero to One by Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal. He says, going from 0 to 1 means creating something entirely new. Going from 1 to n means taking something that already exists and replicating it. And let me tell you, there is nothing bad about taking something that already exists and replicate it. First of all, not everybody should be Elon Musk or Steve Jobs. Second of all, if there is a business successfully operating in China, for example, and it is not yet present in your country, but people have the exact same problem, then by replicating this solution, you will create a great value, solve a problem, and build a successful business. It's called the copycat technique. And the world needs entrepreneurs to spot working business models and spread them in their regions. So this video is about searching for new startup ideas, but you also need to understand how to pick them and how to evaluate them. And for that purpose, I prepared another video, which is a must watch for you, so make sure to check it out. Since my goal is to build a startup which can be scaled up quickly, I will require investments. That's why I am looking for emerging startups that are successfully fundraising from venture capital funds right now. This is the first signal that the business model might have good potential, because professional VCs have definitely done their due diligence, analyzing the problem-solution fit, the market size, the demand, and so on. These ideas have already been filtered to some extent, and now we can take them and analyze much deeper according to our own evaluation criteria. The first website I use is crunchbase.com. They provide information about startups, funding rounds, founders, and much more. This is a company profile. The most important things I check here are a short description of the company, URL, foundation date, and fundraising info. If you click on total funding amount, you'll see the fundraising rounds, money raised, and lead investors. Now, lead investors are clickable, and you can go from here to their profile. And in the profile, you can check out other investments of that particular investor. So you get another list of startups that raised funds from this investor recently. And this gives you almost limitless space for your research, because you can find a company you like, check their investors, then get a list of companies they invest in, and repeat the same. This is kind of a research cycle that I can use for hours looking for brand new and interesting startups. Another place to search for new startups is Accelerators. We want to find really early stage startups, because if the company is already established, there is almost no chance it has not been replicated yet. And accelerators invest mostly in pre-seed stage startups, so these are basically just ideas that you can use for your reference. Y Combinator, for example, has a public directory of startups they invest in. They onboard 2 batches of startups per year and a few hundred startups per batch. You can filter by batch. For example, select only the recent ones. Then you can apply different keywords. Let's say I'm interested in businesses for SMB, like small and medium-sized businesses. So I input SMB and I get a list of startups that have SMB in their description. This one seems interesting. SMB search engine for sales teams. Okay, I will add it to the first step of my analysis, but also I will find it on Crunchbase and check its investors, assuming that other portfolio companies of those investors might be operating in the same field, so usually I would check those startups as well. I also recommend you to join Product Hunt community. Product Hunt is a popular platform for launching new startups, new products, and it has helped many companies gain early traction and user feedback. Here you can go to products, select a topic, for example AI, and you'll get a list of new AI startups. What I really like about Product Hunt is that whenever there is a product launch, the founder would pitch it, and you can communicate directly with them, asking questions to better understand how it works. Also, you can read reviews from others to understand how early adopters might respond to this solution. Now, did you know that China is #1 in the world in terms of entrepreneurship? The number of new businesses formed in China in 1 year is higher than the number of all existing businesses in any other country. Just think about it. Every year in China there is an increase of 6 million new companies. So 6 million is the number of companies that were registered minus number of companies that were liquidated. And very few people actually search for new ideas there. Usually we look at Silicon Valley startups and that's it. There is a site called 36kr.com. They provide news and analysis on the latest developments in the technology and startup industries, similar to Crunchbase, but for Chinese companies. Usually I simply use browser translator to read this in English. So I just go to Project Library tab. Here you can apply some filters for funding rounds, for establishment date, and so on and so forth. And look, I just select last 3 years and I get almost 4,000 startup ideas to evaluate. That's incredible. And the last tip to constantly get up-to-date business ideas is to sign up for the relevant newsletters. One of my favorite ones is Milk Road. It is all about crypto, and they used to keep track on a weekly basis of new crypto startups raising funds from VCs. I'll attach the link to this spreadsheet in the video description. If you are into Web3, there is definitely a lot of interesting startups and inspiration for you. If you are into marketing technology, make sure to check out chiefmartech.com. They monitor marketing technology landscape, and you can download a file with over 7,000 marketing related solutions absolutely for free. I will also attach the link in the description. Guys, the main goal of monitoring all these new startups, new ideas, is to increase the chances for you to get inspired. Once you spot something that triggers true curiosity in you, that is very valuable. That is the source of energy that every entrepreneur requires to build a business. This is the first step. That's why I don't support delegating this research stage to someone else. Because when you spend hundreds of hours researching an idea, there are many emotions involved. And without these emotions, without this true curiosity, it will be very hard to start and build a company. I hope this video was useful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll do my best to reply to all of them. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon in the next one.